Okay, then we are once online. Excellent. Let me just double check that everything's running the way it should be, and then we should be good to go. Okay. What we're going for today is continuing on our golden path. Now, where the hell was I? Machen wir weiter. Und zwar, wo haben wir aufgehört? Das war, ja, Section 3, Unit 8. So, let's turn this story gold.
Die Elefanten.
Die Elefanten.
Eddie und Junior sind im Zoo.
Eddie und Junior sind im Zoo.
Sie sind bei den Bären.
They're in the zoo. They are next to the bears.
Papa, können wir jetzt die Elefanten besuchen?
Können wir jetzt die Elefanten besuchen? Can we now visit the elephants?
Was? Du willst nie die Elefanten besuchen?
What? You never want to visit the elephants.
Aber heute mag ich die Elefanten.
Aber heute mag ich die Elefanten. But today I like the elephants.
Junior, die Elefanten sind...
Sehr weit weg, nehme ich an. Sie sind nicht
sehr
hier.
weit weg.
The elephants are very far
Wir
away.
können laufen. Du liebst Sport.
We can run. You love sport.
Oh ja, ich laufe wirklich gern.
Oh yeah, I really like to run. He likes to run.
Junior und Eddie laufen los.
Junior and Eddie start running.
Komm, Papa.
Come on, Papa.
Warte, Junior, warum laufen wir? Du läufst nicht gern.
Wait, Junior, why are we running? You don't enjoy running.
Ich laufe nicht gern. Aber ich esse gern Eis.
I don't like running, but I do like ice cream.
Und am Elefantenhaus gibt es Eis.
Aha. And at the elephant house, there is ice cream. He's running to see the elephants because he wants to get ice cream. Okay, nie is never. Wirklich is really. Bären are bears. Elefanten are elephants. And laufen is run. Sehr gut, dann haben wir Nummer 1 schon Gold gemacht. Our first gold of the day. I'm in my demotion zone. This is not good. Personalized practice. Let's turn it gold. I have to wash my clothes again. Ich muss wieder meine Kleidung waschen. I believe it should be Kleidung. Yeah. Kleidung, singular in German, but plural in English. So in German it would be more translated as clothing rather than
Es
clothes.
ist 10:15.
Es ist 10:15, I believe she said. It's 9:45. Are the suitcases already full? Sind die Koffer schon voll? Max and Ali, do you want to drink beer? Max und Ali, wollt ihr Bier trinken? Yes, actually going to be related to the video that I need to make at some point this week is the St. Patrick's Day vocabulary video, which will be... I think I'm going to record it today. That's why I'm wearing my green t-shirt. Oktoberfest begins in September. This is correct. It's neuter though, isn't it? Das Oktoberfest. I think you have to... Don't you say das in German? Das Oktoberfest? You don't just say Oktoberfest, right? Das Oktoberfest. Ich erinnere mich nicht mehr dran, ob das richtig ist oder nicht. beginnt, können wir einfach beginnt sagen, aber fängt auch im September an. Oh, yeah. So you could also say anfangen, which is to start. Das Oktoberfest fängt in September an, which is a separable verb. Do you not drink wheat beer? Unusual question. I wonder why people wouldn't drink wheat beer. It can't be because of gluten, because all beer includes gluten, right? So it must be... Is it calorie related? I don't know either. Do you not drink wheat? Trinkst du nicht Weizen? Weissbier. I don't know if we should say Weissbier in this case or if it's Weizen. Is it only in the south that people say Weizen? Oh, sorry, double S. Not paying attention. Oktoberfest ist sehr beliebt. Oktoberfest. This might be another one where you're supposed to say das. Das Oktoberfest ist sehr beliebt. Das Oktoberfest ist sehr beliebt. Entschuldigung. Ich will diese Jacke kaufen. I want to buy this. I did not read the whole sentence. Because I was beginning to translate the bits at the end first and did not see the word not. That's my excuse. Where is my cell phone? This is American English. Once again, as is always the case when we come to the Golden Path. Everything's in American English and not in British English. So this is where is my mobile, as we say in good old UK. What am I doing? Wo ist mein Handy? I don't know if you've ever watched QI, it's a British TV program quiz game with celebrities, and the host used to be Stephen Fry, and he talked about the word Handy in German and said modern German sounds very camp. It's actually quite funny. Check out the clip. Stephen Fry. Wo ist mein Handy? Ich kann mein Handy nicht finden. I wear this dress almost every day. Ich trage fast jeden Tag dieses Kleid. I don't know if this is the right way around. Ich trage dieses Kleid fast jeden Tag. Ich trage fast... You can also say it the other way around. I think it sounds more natural the other way around, not the way I wrote it. You need a little sun. Take a vacation. Du brauchst ein wenig Sonne. Take a vacation. Mach mal Urlaub. Is that how we say it? Mach mal Urlaub. That's how I would say it if I was speaking German. Ein bisschen Sonne. Du brauchst ein bisschen Sonne. Mach Urlaub. I still think it's okay to say mach mal Urlaub. However, maybe I stand corrected. I also forgot to put a comma, which is pure blasphemy in German. That's not good. Do you still have to wash these socks? Yes, actually, surprisingly, this is one of the more useful sentences you'll ever learn on Duolingo. Do you still have to wash these socks? Musst du noch diese Socken waschen? Musst du noch diese Socken waschen? Can you see the sea in Mallorca? Kannst du das Meer? I'm using das Meer, which means the ocean, because I can't remember if the sea is feminine or masculine. Because in German, the word See, which is S-E-E, I think if it's masculine, it means lake. And if it's feminine, it means sea. Risk it. Chocolate biscuit. Okay, I think this means the sea, if it's feminine. If you say der See, then it's a lake. Kannst du die See in Mallorca sehen? Oh, look, they even gave what I was going to write as another correct solution. The fries taste good. Now, presumably this is American English, so it means what I would call chips. The chips taste good. And in German, they're Pommes or Pommes frites. Die Pommes schmecken gut. How many socks would you like to pack? Again, one of the more useful phrases you'll learn on Duolingo, instead of there's a fox in my fridge, or that's from the Irish Duolingo, there's a fox in my fridge. There are a couple of other really weird ones in the Irish Duolingo. See if I can. Yeah, it's like another one is, I think everyone who's done Duolingo Irish, at least to completion, has come across the phrase, what is it? Leo ma acher gemimic achtashe Spanish, which means my father used to read a lot, but he's in Spain now. And whenever we used to have those forums for Duolingo, everybody was like asking, what the hell does being in Spain have to do with no longer reading? Yes, random information. How many socks would you like to pack? Viele Socken would you like? Möchtest du einpacken? I don't know, is einpacken or just packen? Einpacken? Yeah, okay. Which t-shirt are you buying from me? Welches? It's neuter. T-Shirt. Kaufst du mir? You could also say kaufst du für mich, I think. Oh. I'm missing the S because I cannot type and I'm not paying attention. Mir is correct. I know it says für mich down here, but you can also say mir. Ich kaufe dir etwas Schönes. I'm buying something nice for you. Kaufst du mir ein T-Shirt? Are you buying a T-shirt for me? The swimsuit is beautiful. This is masculine, yes? Der Badeanzug ist beautiful. Beautiful, you can also translate beautiful as schön, right? Sometimes beautiful is translated as wunderschön. Maybe we should go with wunderschön. Wunderschön. 'Cause schön often just gets translated as pretty. Wunderschön. Das ist wunderschön. Das Badeanzug ist wunderschön. Ist lila. Now, please do note, we say ist lila instead of es ist lila. Why? Think about why. Ist lila. Warum ist lila? Oder warum sagen wir nicht warum ist lila, sondern warum sagen wir Because Badeanzug is masculine. And when we refer to things in German, then we only say es if the thing that we're referring to, the noun that we're referring to, is neuter. So if it's masculine, we say ist lila. It is purple. In this case, masculine. The problem is the sun shines every day there. That's a problem, is it? I was chatting to some Swedish people recently, and they told me during the summertime the sun doesn't set until like midnight to 2 a.m. I was asking them, how can you possibly sleep? Because in Ireland in the summer, in Northern Ireland, the sun doesn't set until like 8 or 9 p.m. in the evening. But yeah, that's not so bad. You can still sleep after that. I can't imagine what it's like trying to sleep while the sun's still up at midnight. The problem is the sun shines there every day. Das Problem ist, normally you would say das, that, and then the word order would change. I wonder, will they let me get away with that? Dass die Sonne jeden Tag dort scheint. Or should it be die Sonne dort jeden Tag scheint? Yeah, okay. Yeah, you can also say that sentence without the without making it a relative clause, by just having two clauses together. Die Sonne scheint jeden Tag dort. My girlfriend would like to buy a heart cookie. Oh my god, they translate heart Wiesenherz as heart cookie. Wiesenherz. How would I translate that into English? Well, first of all, I wouldn't use the word cookie, because to me it's a biscuit. But if you speak American English, you would disagree, right? I would call it an Oktoberfest, either an Oktoberfest biscuit or Oktoberfest heart-shaped biscuit. That's what Wiesen is. Oktoberfest is that time period, that festival. Wiesen. Would like, möchte. Okay, which bag do you like? Welche Tasche gefällt dir? You can also say, welche Tasche magst du? Geil. Dann können wir noch weitergehen. Boah. Was macht er mit Duo? Nein. Armer Duo. Noch eins. Ich dachte, es wäre schon Gold. Okay, dann machen wir weiter. Und zwar hiermit: the bear shops for fish at the market. Yeah, see, this this is a typical Duolingo sentence. Something that you will never, well, hopefully never need to say. I mean, you're never going to say it. You're never going to say it. First of all, bears don't shop for anything. A bear might go into a shop, and that would be a kind of emergency situation. But these ridiculous sentences, sometimes it can help you to remember things, though. So let's put the sentence down first. Der Bär kauft four fish. He shops for fish at the market. I kind of just want to say fish. But that would be wrong in German, because German, you have a plural version of fish, Fische. So I think it has to be einen Fisch. But this is, I don't know, it seems weird. Auf dem Markt ein. So einkaufen, separable verb, which means to shop. I was right. Yeah, it should be just fish, because it's the general idea of fish. It's not that he's just buying one fish. See, I was right, and then I talked myself out of it. This is what I was saying in the last Golden Path video. Trust your instincts. In my experience, if I just follow my instincts instead of talking myself out of it, I usually get things correct. Why do we need 21 eggs? Again, this is definitely more useful than the last sentence, but when are you ever going to say that? However, once you do know how to say this, you can substitute the number and you can substitute the word eggs for other things. And then you could say things like, warum brauchen wir 17 Flaschen Wasser? Why do we need 17 bottles of water? I'm trying to make this seem more useful than what it is, because the current sentence of warum brauchen wir 21 Eier is not so normal. I forgot to type wir. It just gets worse and worse. I cannot talk and do this at the same time. I cannot speak English and type in German at the same time. Let me concentrate for a second. My husband's birthday is today. He's 36.
Mein Mann hat
heute
Geburtstag. Er ist 36.
36.
Kommen alle zur Grillparty?
Kommen alle zur Grillparty. This would be the word barbecue in English. Grillparty. Germans love their barbecues, actually. Why do we have 83 pieces of cake? See, this is what I was talking about the last one. Why do we have 21 eggs? Why do we have 83 pieces of cake? You can substitute other numbers and things into the sentence, and therefore it becomes more useful. Once again, when you would actually say this exact sentence, I don't know. Warum? Oh no, it's not warum, sorry. See, I could have easily gotten that wrong by mixing it up with the last sentence. This is why you should always take your time to Duolingo and concentrate on what is written exactly in the little box. Haben wir
83 Stück Kuchen.
My dog gets 37 gifts. Why? Weil Geburtstag hat. Geburtstagshund. Mein Hund. To get in German is bekommen. We English speakers, bekommt, mein Hund bekommt, sometimes mix up the word to become, which is werden in German, with the word bekommen in German, which means to get, to receive. 37, 37 Geschenke. Geschenke. I think this is the plural. I don't think the plural is Geschenken. I am correct, but I was too lazy to write out the number 37. Does every person get a glass of wine? Bekommt, this is get again, remember. Bekommt jeder ein Glas Wein. The party begins in 22 minutes. Actually, it's quite German, quite specific. Die Party. Again, we could use beginnt, but let's go with anfangen. Last time we used beginnt. Die Party fängt in 22 Minuten an. Good. The bear shops for fish at the market. Oh yeah, this is the one that I screwed up by thinking too much.
Bär kauft Fisch auf dem Markt ein.
Warum, and this time don't forget to type wir instead of talking. Warum brauchen wir 21 Eier? Gut. How many guests are you inviting to the barbecue? Wie viele Gäste lädst du zur Grillparty ein? Wie viele Gäste lädst du zur Grillparty ein? Einladen, to invite, is, what would you call it? A regular verb, even in the present. So, ich lade, du lädst, sie es lädt. We were grilling at the lake on Sunday. Yes, I don't know. Do English speakers say grilling? Hey, do you want to go grilling? We're going to go grill on the beach. Because unless I'm mistaken, in the UK and Ireland, we wouldn't say that. At least I would never say that. I would say, we're going to have a barbecue. We're going to have a barbecue. I would never say we're going to grill. But this is exactly how you say it in German. So the verb in German grillen, which is spelled like this, grillen, the English translation of grillen would be to have a barbecue. Of course, grillen literally means to grill, but whenever Germans say something like, we are grilling at the lake on Saturday, what they mean is they're having a barbecue. Okay, wir grillen am Samstag at the lake. An dem, which should be am See. Right, because last time die See was the ocean, so der See should be the lake. And because it's masculine and we're talking about a location, not a movement, it should be dative, and an and dem get contracted into am. Oh my god. I don't even know what happens. I'm going to have to look back on this video and check how I managed to write Samstag when it says Sunday in English. You know, it's little mistakes like this where I'm not paying attention, where I'm probably going to make you think that I can't speak German at all. But I can. I really can. The trouble is speaking English and German at the same time in a video, trying to write in one language while speaking the other, is next to impossible. And because I'm conscious of the fact that I'm streaming live, I want you to enjoy the video. It's also difficult for me to pay attention. But yeah, I'm going to have to rewind the video on this and see, did I say Sunday and then for some reason write Samstag? Or did I actually read that as Saturday because I didn't read it properly? I don't know, but that was really stupid and I'm embarrassed. Good. Oh no, let's read this carefully. There isn't enough space in the car. Es gibt nicht genug Platz im Auto. Es gibt nicht genug Platz im Auto. What did they say? Why did they say there's another solution? Nicht genug Platz im Auto. Nicht genug Platz im Auto. I don't understand. Isn't that exactly what I wrote? That is exactly what I wrote. I'm very confused why that's an alternatively... What? How's that? There's no difference. Unless I'm just missing something blatantly obvious again. Okay, read this properly before we begin. We have to shop for beer for the barbecue. Yes, beer and barbecue, the two B's of... I was trying to make a useful phrase, but I can't. Yeah, if you're barbecuing, you need beer. Wir müssen Bier für die Grillparty einkaufen. Oh, I didn't press my umlaut button. That's a bad mistake. Although Duolingo accepts it, which is nice. But yeah, there should have been an umlaut on there, and I have no excuse for not typing it. Are you picking me up in 55 minutes? Again, so specific. Holst du mich? Is it mich or mir? It is mich, isn't it? It should be a direct object. Oh, there's a typo. Holst du mich in 55, and I just typed 66, 55 Minuten ab. Read it first before you start typing, Ruben. This is how you get it wrong. I was just about to start typing. How many glasses do we still need? Wie viele Gläser brauchen wir noch? Do we still need? Ja, brauchen wir noch. I want to eat 58 pieces of apple cake. Well, I would say you physically can't, unless they are slithers of apple cake, in which case, crack on ahead. Fair play to you. Ich will 58 Stücke. That's the plural, isn't it? It's not Stücken. Stücke Apfelkuchen essen. Yes, this is how you spell the number that I was too lazy to type out. 58. 8 and 50. Is your grandson coming with his wife? Kommt dein Enkel... you can say Enkel or Enkelkind. Kommt dein Enkel mit seiner Frau? Remember, after mit, you use the dative, so you need the dative feminine ending, seiner Frau. I think you can also say dein Enkelkind. Oh, no, but Enkelkind is just grandchild, whereas Enkel on its own is grandson, because granddaughter is Enkelin, I believe, Enkelin. You don't need plates for the pets. Wir brauchen keine Teller. Wir brauchen keine Teller für die Haustiere. We are grilling at the... Oh, this is the one I got wrong because I typed Saturday instead of Sunday. But this time, I'm going to read it again and make sure that I pay attention to all the words in English before moving on. We are grilling at the lake on Sunday. Wir grillen am Sonntag. What is Sonnabend? Sonnabend is another word for Saturday, isn't it? The eve of Sunday. Yeah, actually, I better not start talking. I'll get distracted again. Wir grillen am Sonntag am See. It should be am Sonntag am See, right? 2 ams. And that means we have within... How long have I been streaming? Been streaming for... I don't know. I can't see where the time is. Oh, 33 minutes. Yeah, that sounds about right. Usually it takes like half an hour to do just a couple of exercises to turn them gold because I talk so much. And normally I like to turn at least 2 units gold before I move on. So let's do these next 3 and end the stream there. Let's turn this Geschichte gold. The work of art. Okay, los geht's.
Das Kunstwerk.
The artwork.
Eddie und sein Freund Oskar besuchen das Kunstmuseum.
Eddie and his friend Oscar visit the art museum.
Eddie zeigt Oskar ein Bild mit einem Hund.
Eddie shows Oscar a picture with a dog, or a painting with a dog.
Ich liebe dieses Bild.
I love this picture, or painting.
Dieses Bild ist...
This picture is tasty, boring, happy. I'm gonna go with langweilig.
langweilig.
Was? Hunde sind super.
What? Dogs are great.
Eddie, ich bin Kunstlehrer. Ich weiß alles über Kunst.
Eddie, oh, he's so arrogant. Eddie, I am an art teacher. I know everything about art.
Dieses Bild ist nicht sehr gut.
Dieses Bild ist nicht sehr gut. This picture is not very good.
Warum?
Why?
Gute Kunst ist aufregend.
Good art is exciting.
Gute Kunst ist überraschend.
Good art is surprising.
Oskar sieht ein Sandwich auf einem Stuhl.
Okay. I really like it when it gives you these three options that sound somewhat similar. So Oscar sees a sandwich, and then we have three options. Sees a sandwich made of sponge cake, egg cake, sees a sandwich on a chair, sees a sandwich in a swimming pool. So what they said was auf einem Stuhl, on a chair.
Das hier ist gute Kunst.
See? Okay, I know what's gonna happen. Spoiler alert. Oscar thinks the sandwich on the chair is art. Just like recently we had that guy who stuck a banana to the wall with duct tape. So Oscar believes this is good art, but actually it's someone who's just left their sandwich on a chair. Almost certainly. In fact, the kind of preposterousness of this is you can almost certainly go into an art gallery anywhere in the world and set a random item on a plinth or a stool, put a little name tag next to it, and people will think about it and will ponder, which begs the question, what is art and what isn't art? But we're not here to discuss such deep philosophical questions. We are here to turn my path golden.
Ein Sandwich auf einem Stuhl?
A sandwich on a chair?
Ja, dieses Kunstwerk ist aufregend und überraschend.
Yes, this artwork is exciting and surprising.
Der Künstler ist ein Genie.
The artist is a genius. Why does Oscar think the artist is a genius? Because a sandwich on the chair is surprising. Yes.
Ich verstehe Kunst nicht.
I don't understand art. Yeah, not just you, me too.
Ein Aufseher kommt und isst das Sandwich.
Ein Aufseher, an overseer. What do we call that? Like a security guard? A security guard comes along and eats the sandwich. Museum attendant. Yes, that's the word I'm looking for. That's Aufseher.
Entschuldigung, Sie können nicht das Kunstwerk essen.
Excuse me, you can't eat the artwork.
Was? Das ist kein Kunstwerk. Das ist mein Mittagessen.
What? That's not an artwork. That's my lunch. Did you get that? Oscar thought the museum attendant's lunch was art. Yes. Okay. Kunstwerk is artwork or work of art. Hund is a dog. Ich weiß alles. I know everything. Überraschend is surprising. And Mittagessen is lunch. Okay, now we're cracking through it at full speed. That's right, Duo. Do a little dance. Yeah, I'm not going to continue that line of thought. Two more. Personalized practice. Let's turn it gold. Is your family also big and loud? Reasonably useful phrase on Duolingo. Ist deine Familie... Oh, Entschuldigung, meine Nase juckt. Ist deine Familie auch groß und laut? Yes. Another mistake that we English speakers often make is to translate also from English into German directly. Because in German the word also exists, but also does not mean also. Also is like when you're thinking, it's like going or so we're not going to go to the park then. That's also. Think about it as or hum or etto or whatever you say in your native language to show that you're thinking. What do people do in Cantonese when they're thinking? They just say like, oh. Well, that means that you understand something. In Japanese, etto. In Mandarin, niga. In English, or or Anyway, in German, also is not the correct translation for also, but auch. So instead of thinking of the English word also, because you can mix it up with also in German, better to think of the word to. Is your family big and loud? To.
Besuchen deine Verwandten dich jedes Jahr?
Do your relatives visit you every year? Thank you. I can come on the 7th of July. Danke. Ich kann am 7. Juli kommen. Yeah, so again, I was too lazy to type this out, but of course we need an ordinal number. And when we're putting our date together using am, it's the dative. So we also need an n, an adjective ending. Juli is masculine. All the months of the year are masculine. So it's an dem because it's masculine, squished together into one word, which is am. And then your adjective, which in this case happens to be an ordinal number, 7th, then it needs the n ending. So 7th would normally just be siebte, but because it's in the dative, we need that n on it as well.
Du musst auf jeden Fall zur Party kommen.
You have to come to the party. Du musst auf jeden Fall zur Party kommen. Auf jeden Fall means definitely. You have to. You definitely have to come to the party. Okay. Gut. She visits her relatives every year. Sie besucht jedes Jahr ihre Verwandte. The party is at home. Oh, read it first, Reuben. Read it first. The party is at home, not at the park. Die Party ist. You see, with other languages like perhaps French and Spanish and so on, you can almost translate almost word for word because the word order is quite similar. But with German, you have to think about like your verb at the end, or if you're going to have a clause, the conjugated verb's going to go to the end, the finite verb's going to go to the end. So you really have to read the whole sentence in English before you start translating. And sometimes I'm guilty of not doing that, and that's why I make mistakes, because I don't pay attention to the full sentence and translate the full sentence. I start translating bit by bit, and then I make little mistakes. The party ist zu Hause. Zu Hause. I don't know if you say that. Die Party ist zu Hause. Zu Hause means at home, but that's like a person. Ich bin zu Hause means I'm at home, or I feel like I'm at home, I'm comfortable. But would you say die Party ist zu Hause? I actually don't know. I don't know. Komma nicht at the park. It's in, isn't it? Im Park. Yes, okay, good. Sometimes I surprise myself when I get the genders right. Can you maybe visit your grandfather? Kannst du vielleicht deinen Großvater besuchen? We have to work for 1 hour. Wir müssen für eine Stunde arbeiten. I actually don't know if you need to say für in the German version. I think you can also say wir müssen eine Stunde arbeiten. Yeah, you can leave out the für. That's what I thought. I can't find my ID card. Ich kann mein Ausweis nicht finden. I believe Ausweis is the word for ID card, and I believe it's neuter. Das Ausweis. And now I'm going to spend the next 10 minutes thinking about whether Ausweis is masculine or neuter. You know what? My first thought is it's das. So let's go with it. And I will learn something if I'm wrong. You cannot learn and develop if you don't make mistakes. And as I'm not a native speaker of German, it's also important for me to keep my German fluent. It really is the bane of the German language learner. It's masculine. I should have been able to work that out because isn't it? It's like part of a verb. Ausweisen, weisen, ausweisen. And when you take part of a verb and use it as a noun, then it's always masculine. If you use the full verb as a noun, then it's always neuter. So I should have been able to work that out logically, but because in the last couple of videos I've been telling you to go with your instinct, I also decided to go with my instinct. And in this case, my instinct just wasn't good enough. Are you celebrating your birthday at home? Feierst du deinen Geburtstag zu Hause? Where are your friends going today? Wohin gehen deine Freunde? Wohin gehen deine Freunde heute? Yeah, you have to put heute at the end in the sentence, right? And also, this is another one where we English speakers always mess up. In English, we just say where. So you might be tempted to translate this as wo in German, but that's not the right word because wo means where, as in location with no movement. But where are your friends going today means where to. Where are they going to? So we need wohin in German. If you just use wo, that means like a location. So like, wo ist meine Flasche? Where's my bottle? Wo sind meine Freunde? Where are my friends? That's a location you're asking for. But wohin is movement away from the speaker. So going somewhere. Danke. Okay, let to translate slowly. Wir kommen auf jeden Fall. You could also say bestimmt, right? Wir kommen bestimmt. Bestimmt kommen wir. Only adults can watch the horror movie. Nur Erwachsene können den Horrorfilm sehen. But you can also say anschauen, right? My son is screaming. What's going on? Hurrah. Hurrah. You are visiting me next June. Du besuchst mich nächsten Juni. Du kommst mir nächsten Juni besuchen. Du besuchst mich. Sounds weird. Du besuchst. I cannot type. Du besuchst mich. I really can't type. Nächsten Juni. Ein N. I think you can also say, du kommst mir nächsten Juni besuchen. Oder? Oder du kommst mich nächsten Juni besuchen. Ja, ich bin mir nicht sicher. We'd like to eat at the restaurant. Wir möchten at the restaurant. Do you say am in this case, or is it im? We want to eat in the restaurant. We want to eat at the restaurant. At means out, would be like outside in German. Ich bin am Restaurant. That would mean you're like standing at the door, right? You call someone and say, hey, ich bin schon am Restaurant. I'm already at the restaurant. Ich bin schon im Restaurant. I'm already in the restaurant. Ich esse im Restaurant. See if I talk myself out of am and then it's wrong. I'm going to be really upset with myself. Especially after telling everybody that you have to follow your instincts. Wir möchten im Restaurant. I'm going to change it back to am. No, it feels wrong. It has to be im. Oh, I don't want to check it. I don't want to click check. I don't want to click it. It's correct. I'm such a genius. That's what I meant to do. I knew it was correct. I was just pretending not to know. We're having a party next Saturday. Okay, Ruben, pay attention to the word Saturday and don't translate it as Sunday. In German, you don't have a party, right? You make a party. Or am I imagining that? Wir haben eine Party. Wir machen eine Party. Wir machen nächsten Samstag. I nearly did it again. Wir machen nächsten Samstag eine Party. Okay, I'm celebrating my birthday at the park. Ich feiere meinem Geburtstag at the park. Am Park. Oh, crap. That's the exact thing that I just talked through like 2 translations ago. And then I just made the exact mistake that I just clearly logically talked through 2 sentences ago. Why would that happen? What are you doing on the 4th of April? Was machst du am 4. By the way, in German, when you put a little dot after the digit or digits, that shows it's the ordinal number. Just like in English, we would put like TH or RD or whatever. In German, you just put a little full stop afterwards. Okay, because I was talking, let me double check that this is right. What are you doing on the 4th of April? Was machst du am 4. April? Ist korrekt. Okay. Maybe he can visit us in February.
Er kann uns vielleicht im Februar besuchen.
Why do they talk sometimes and not talk other times? Das ist komisch. She has a unibrow. I've only just noticed that. I can't remember what he's called. Junior, isn't he? Junior and Duo. Okay, one more and then we're done. Let's turn it gold. Let's crack through it. Let's hit it hard. Yes, there's a post office and a school nearby.
Ja, es gibt eine Post und eine Schule in der Nähe.
Okay, ja, es gibt eine Post und eine Schule in der Nähe. These coffee shops are very old. Diese Cafés sind... Coffee shop is the same as a cafe, right? Unless you're speaking some freaky-dicky English that I'm not familiar with. Sind sehr alt. Yes, I know this neighbor. His name is Tim.
Ja, ich kenne diesen Nachbarn. Er heißt Tim.
Ja, ich kenne diesen Nachbarn. Er heißt Tim. Nachbarn is one of the strong nouns in German. Starke Nomen, starke Substantiven. Strong nouns are... there's a handful of masculine nouns in German, and we call them strong nouns because they take an N in every case other than the nominative. So the accusative, the dative, and the genitive, you have to put a noun ending, an N on the end of it. So normally the word is just der Nachbar, the neighbor, but if it's in the accusative, then den, then it becomes den Nachbarn with an N on the end. These children are going to school. Diese Kinder gehen zur Schule. This woman is my grandma. Diese Frau ist meine Oma. She likes this neighborhood. Sie mag dieses Stadtviertel. Yeah, once again, you can obviously swap out the words to say different things, but I don't know when you would ever say this sentence in its entirety. Anna is my sister. Anna ist meine Schwester. Und Der Junge ist ihr Sohn. Und der Junge... Junge is another strong noun in German. So if the word Junge is in the accusative, the dative, or the genitive, it needs an N as well. Jungen. But in this case, it's the nominative. So we are all good. Ist ihr Sohn. And why didn't I write ihren Sohn? Because ist, the verb sein, means that we have to use nominative. So we have two nominatives. Der Junge is nominative and ihr Sohn is also nominative. And the same for the first part of this actually two sentences combined together. So for the first sentence, Anna is nominative and meine Schwester is also nominative. So in total, we have 4 nominative nouns in this long sentence. This woman knows you. Diese Frau kennt dich. Do you know her? Diese Frau kennt dich. Yeah, so kennen and wissen are also verbs that we English speakers tend to mix up. But what I do to remember, which I'm not sure is very helpful for other people, but perhaps for British people and Irish people, if you've ever heard people in Scotland speaking, sometimes they use the verb ken. Do you ken him? Do you ken the city? And ken is the same as kennen, and this verb actually comes from Old Norse, from the Vikings. So kennen is to be familiar with something or someone. Like, do you know this city? Means like, do you know your way around? Are you familiar with this city? And that would be kennen. Whereas wissen is like for facts. Like, do you know what temperature water boils at? Do you know how to fix the computer? That's wissen. But do you know this person? You don't know the person as a fact. You know the person as in being familiar with them. So usually I think of kennen as to be familiar with in English. This apartment building is very tall. Wohnblock, oder? Das heißt Wohnblock auf Deutsch. Oder habe ich das nur erfunden? Und das ist männlich, glaube ich. Ich weiß es nicht. Der Wohnblock ist sehr groß. Ja, groß. So, yeah, tall and big in German are the same word. I could also say it's sehr hoch. It's very high, which is what I should have written. Because groß is tall as in like for a person or an animal or something. But you could say that for a building as well, right? Maybe that might mean more large rather than tall. Yeah, either way, yeah, I should have said hoch. Is it a Hochhaus? Is Hochhaus the word for apartment building? Mehrfamilienhaus. I would never translate Mehrfamilienhaus as apartment building. Mehrfamilienhaus are like those really big German houses, at least the way I see that word, is the big German houses that you see in the countryside. And then inside that big house, there might be like 2 or 3 families living. And it's kind of like separated from each other, so they're not like seeing each other. But yeah, because it's too costly to just have one family in such a massive house. Oh, you want me to type that again? Okay, fine, Duolingo. I'll do it your way. Dieses Meer ist sehr hoch. Okay. There are 9 restaurants in the neighborhood. Es gibt 9 Restaurants in der Nachbarschaft. We have 4 trees in the garden. Wir haben 4 Bäume im Garten. Do you have the books for the students? Hast du die Bücher für die Studenten? Yes, I'm once again not paying attention. For the student is singular, so it should be masculine. And the word student is another weak noun, it should also take an N, in this case an EN, in every case other than the nominative. So den Studenten is correct. I, for some reason, thought it was plural. I don't know why I didn't read it properly. Does the student live downstairs? So this time it's going to be nominative, so we're not going to have an N on the end. Wohnt der Student downstairs, unten. I know your colleague. Ich kenne, I'm familiar with, deinen Kollegen. Is this another? I think this is another weak noun. It needs an N as well. Komma, wohnt hier. Correct. Bear is another weak noun. I'm beginning to notice a pattern. I think this personal practice is just giving me like all the weak nouns in German. Let me see, can I think of weak nouns? In German you have, okay, der Elefant, der Bär, der Astronaut, der Präsident, der Student, der Junge, der Herr, der Astronaut. I can't think of any more, but they're all masculine nouns. So let me rephrase that. Not all masculine nouns are weak, but all weak masculine, but all weak nouns are masculine. Not all masculine nouns are weak, but all weak nouns are masculine. Right. And there's only like a handful of them in the whole German language. So, and if you don't put the N on the end, Germans are going to understand you anyway. But of course, if you want to speak proper German, you should remember what the weak nouns are. Wir mögen den Bären. Every neighbor, jeder Nachbar hat einen Garten. Why can't I type? What? Oh, I didn't even look at what was wrong there. What was wrong? I didn't even see what was wrong. Do you know this boy? Kennst du diesen Jungen? Okay, that's a weak noun. Dieser Nachbar ist mein Lehrer. ist Deutscher. Do you have the books for the student? Oh yeah, okay. One student and it's, oh yeah, I could have added Student to my list of weak nouns. Für den Studenten. Gut. Jeder Nachbar. Did I get it wrong because I didn't put an R on the end of jeder? Was that why I got it wrong? Because last time I left off the R by accident. And I spotted that after I hit enter, but I forgot to check the mistake. Hat einen Garten. Garten is definitely masculine, right? Yeah, okay, yeah. So it was because I left off the R last time. My mistake. And that brings us to the end of the Golden Path for today. For any of you who were actually with me during the live stream, I'm not sure anybody was, but I hope you were able to enjoy it. I might continue to do these live because I always end up recording them and not editing them anyway, just leaving in all my mistakes. So whatever. Yeah, so if you have enjoyed today's Golden Path episode, please do leave a like. If you have any questions about anything that came up in the video or questions about weak nouns in German, because I know they're a pain, write them down in the comment section, and also feel free to subscribe so that you can keep up to date with any videos that I'm making. There will be another new video coming out at some point later today, I think, the 11th of March, if everything goes well. I shall see you then. Tschüss, wir sehen uns.